Hello and good evening and welcome. A warm welcome to everyone for meditation. Meditation beginning now, recorded live on the 1st of August 2020, and we have arrived at Meditate with Adam session 132. We have moved into the month of August, and here in the UK it is the summertime, and we're having the opportunity to meditate in the summer months. When I lived in the Buddhist center, I had the good fortune to spend some years in the Buddhist center. The summer months were often referred to as the crazy season, where in general, we let ourselves go. And it's potentially a time where distractions increase. But as we increase our interest in meditation, we realize that distractions are limited in what they can offer, and it is worthwhile to spend our time training in meditation as often as possible, even on a Saturday night. Yeah. Who would have thought it? We'd be sitting here on a Saturday night, and instead of looking outwards, we turn our attention inwards and enjoy the clarity and the peace within our mind. So I was talking to a practitioner the other day who's been meditating during these months and deepening their experience, and they said that they felt as though they had almost developed a new identity for themselves, in that they had shed the identity based around worry, anxiety, stress, confusion, and had started to identify with something deeper within their mind, deeper within them. And they were really enjoying being able to do that. What would it be like to think to ourselves, I am inner peace, for example? We identify with the peace in our mind. The more peace we allow to develop in our mind, the more we can start to be influenced by it. So our actions are influenced by it, our decisions are influenced by it. The words that flow from us are influenced by it. And our identity is influenced by it. If we can identify with the peace in our mind, as this practitioner has started to do naturally, not by telling themselves that they should do, which is another important element of our practice. The best way to transform is to naturally transform as a consequence of training in meditation regularly. which is what we are doing, not to force ourselves to transform. Because, of course, it's not long lasting. That's just like a temporary phase. Pushing oneself to transform won't last, will burn out, and there'll be no roots. But if we naturally allow this to arise, then of course it's deeper. We start to identify with the peace in our mind, and we reduce the drama that flows. We may not have realized it, but we could base our whole or part of our personality around being stressed, being busy. Which isn't helpful. Who do we think we are anyway? Who do we think we are? We identify with various characteristics that we have, our education, our appearance, what other people say about us, how we want to appear to others, and caught up in this identity. But as we deepen our experience of meditation, we can relax that and start to identify more with the peace in our mind. And then as a consequence, be influenced by that. So our decision making is influenced by that. And we start to chill out a bit. We may think, maybe I don't need to start another project. How many projects does one human need in their life? Oh, just one more. You can't beat a good project, we say to ourselves. One more project, so I can distract myself. Distraction disguises itself as happiness, but at the end of the day, it's just distraction. Eventually, we have to come back to our mind. We can try and spend our whole day distracted. The summer of distraction. It was a wonderful summer. Can't remember any of it. Yeah. Totally distracted, so we don't have to look at what's in our mind. But the meditator courageously turns to the mind. So I don't fear what's in there. I'm going to go and have a look. And if I keep looking, as we're doing in these sky mind meditations, Himalayan style meditations, if I keep looking, I'll be able to see through all that fear and discover deep peace. Because it's the fear often that makes us distracted. Like fearing loneliness, fearing fear, fearing seeing negativity in our mind. The internet's perfect for distracting ourselves. Yeah, but meditation is looking directly at it and then seeing through it. Seeing into that peace. It's there. We just have to turn our attention to it, see through it, abide in it, and then if we keep being influenced by it, starting to identify with it. What's the catch though? There must be a catch somewhere. Yeah, there must be something wrong with this. The catch is that we'll be peaceful and we'll let go of all our problems if we do it. That's it. So let's, on this Saturday night, go again into the world of our mind, turning inwards. We don't forget the people in our life, in our community, and extend our compassion to them. How wonderful if all living beings could be free from their suffering, and we extend our compassion outwards. I'm training in meditation for the benefit of all living beings. May they find freedom from their suffering. Breathing in, may I be free from suffering. Breathing out, may others be free from their suffering. Breathing in, may I find freedom. Holding that wish for ourselves. Breathing out, may others find freedom in their lives. And we try to extend our compassion as far and as wide as possible. You can imagine we're meditating with immeasurable living beings surrounding us. And all the benefit from our practice, our group meditation, can also benefit them. Of course, it will benefit us, but may it benefit countless living beings across the world. May they find peace and be able to identify with the peace in their minds. With our back straight, our spine pointed up to the sky, our chest open so we can breathe deeply and fully. My body like a mountain, my breath like the wind. And my mind like the sky. And we settle into this space, all the distractions, the busyness. We let go. We move into the peace of our mind. Becoming familiar with this peace inside us, so we can start to be influenced by it and identify with it. Letting go of the future, letting go of the past, letting go of what's happening now. All the activity of these three: future, projects, present, projects, and past projects. We let them all go. And in the same way, we feel relief when we take off our rucksack that is filled. So we feel so much lighter as we let these projects go. Meaning we can abide in peace. We're not trying to work out how to do this or to even make it happen. We just rest right now and relax. If the mind is swirling with activity, just notice it. Notice the mind noticing it. And just like that, we move into a peaceful place. If the body is giving rise to tension, tightness, just notice it and notice the mind noticing it. We move out of the commentary, the drama, and into a peaceful place. See if you can calmly abide there. reflecting on the month ahead of us and deeply appreciating the peace we have within us. We motivate ourselves to appreciate and experience this over this month, to be influenced by it, and to try to share it with our global community, so there can be healing in our life and healing in our world. We dedicate the positive energy from our meditation so we can accomplish this. Okay, thank you very much. And when you're ready, if you wish, please bring your session to a close. We, of course, have many, many projects, and we can be planning them, what we're going to do this summer, things to do in the garden, places to go. There's a trend, isn't there, of books, all these things we can do, places that we can visit, endless projects. Everything can become a project, can't it? Even books to read. 10 books to read in lockdown. Then we set ourselves this project that's what we're going to do. And it's never ending. It can be. Yeah. Maybe we complete one project. The next thing we know, another one comes. Well, the activities, in the Buddhist text, they say it's like an old man's beard. Shaves it off in the evening, and then in the morning, it's all back again. Never ending. Yeah. Never ending. Maybe even during, the height of lockdown, we set ourselves all these projects around the house and projects in the garden. I was talking to someone the other day. They were sitting on a wall. I was talking to them about this project thing. He was saying there's a certain satisfaction that comes when you complete a project. Yeah. Like, for example, maybe you make a wall, like the wall he was sitting on. You spend half the day making a wall in the garden, and then in the afternoon you look at it and you feel a sense of satisfaction. You've accomplished something. Yeah. Maybe some confidence. But I was saying to him that not doing not doing anything. Like, in a sense, meditation, we're not doing anything. Really deep meditation, it's almost beyond meditation in the sense that we've gone beyond meditation. We're just not really doing anything. When you complete a meditation, and let's say you do a lot of meditation in a day, when you finish the meditation, you feel a sense of satisfaction. It's not like you should be doing something else, or you use the meditation time to be planning some projects. Like, this is it. Yeah. It's helpful to reflect. Yeah. This isn't like an anti-project talk, but it's the projects are never ending, and it's helpful to realize that this whole I'm busy, to the point where our mind is continuously busy. And meditation, the art of meditation, the practice of meditation, on the list of things, meditation kind of sneaks in there. But there's a lot of things above it, potentially. And then, if it's low down the list, sooner or later, slips off because of the projects. They just take over. You even see it in Buddhist centers, and so many projects, so much expansion for the benefit of all living beings. Nothing wrong with that, but it can often lead to very little or a reduction in actual sitting and meditating. So sitting and meditating in today's world, it's almost a miracle to find oneself sitting down and meditating. So, as I said at the beginning of the session, to come up, and especially on the weekend or the Saturday, it's incredible achievement every time we sit down to meditate. But it's helpful to try to increase that, to not be holding on by the skin of our teeth, and then when the projects sweep us away, it's all gone. But to actually increase our enthusiasm for practicing, and potentially even reduce the amount of projects that we entertain, that we engage in. Maybe that one can wait. Yeah. What about just putting my feet up? Will the police come and arrest me if I don't do anything? I was talking when was it? Oh, it was at the karma binding session on Wednesday about siestas. And I was talking on Tuesday about them. It's not a popular subject, is it? It's quite interesting. Taking a siesta. Why? Even in Spain now, some part of the government trying to stop people, from doing it. It's a medieval tradition. Why is it so difficult to take a siesta or to stop? We can potentially be programmed from a very early age just to work, keep going. If you don't have a project or 100 projects going on, your life has no meaning. And we can even feel guilty. This happens. Feel guilty. Like meditation, it's a guilty pleasure. because I should be, even as we're meditating, when you think, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Oh, that wall needs, replastered, and this crack needs. It's never ending. There's a story, vaguely remember it from the texts, about a meditator in a cave, and there was this thorn bush outside his cave. And like the entrance was quite narrow, and every time over the months, as he was, going in and out of his cave, going out to his vegetable patch or whatever, this thorn bush got bigger, as they do, as you probably notice if you've got a garden. And it kept scratching him, as it got bigger. And every time it scratched him, he would think to himself, oh, I must cut that thorn bush back. Yeah. But he didn't, because he was too focused on his meditation. So every time he walked in and out, he got scratched by the bush, but he was so religiously focused on his practice, didn't bother it. So this is, this story is not to say that we don't cut our bushes and so forth. It's to illustrate, the extreme that we're in, that there's so many distractions and projects, and maybe to ease back and give ourselves just that time to rest. Sometimes to sit and do nothing, because often when you sit and do nothing, in a sense, not like, oh, I'm going to go and sit and do nothing, but just sit somewhere and listen, and what starts to happen is all the busyness naturally pacifies. Yeah. Because you can get into a meditation habit, like, for example, you come along to the meditation session and fantastic. But that can be part of the gravy train of project. Oh, this is my new project now, to meditate. So it can cause stress in the mind. Yeah. But sitting and doing nothing, when we feel we should be doing something, then we can start to get into this creative space. And then that will really deepen our meditation practice. I wish you a wonderful month of August. The summer of, what are we going to call it? The summer of nothing? The summer of very few projects. Rest. You think to ourselves, this is my chance now to deeply rest. Yeah, maybe I need to do a bit here and there, but take it easy if you can. And if we approach meditation in the right way, the meditation will help us to get into that space. Thank you. And I wish you a wonderful summer. And I'll be back online tomorrow at 7:30. Bye for now.